Good day, you're watching Eat This TV News, all food news, all the time. Today in the news, Disney is bringing back an old winner.
Disney has a new food and drink pass for the holidays. Here's how to get the best bang for your buck. Disneyland has brought back the Sip and Savor Pass, which gives you 8 tabs to redeem for the select food and non-alcoholic beverage at some festive food marketplaces, kiosks, and dining locations. The Sip and Savor Pass seems like a good idea for $56 or $51 if you're an annual pass holder. You can now try out a number of different food options. It's not a bad idea since it allows you to sample a number of Christmas and holiday treats. But using the pass can be kind of tricky while supplies last.
Food supply chains are still not making it on the shelves of many supermarkets.
There are currently no national or shortage of foods, although in some cases the inventory of certain foods at your grocery store might be temporarily low because the stores can restock. Food production and manufacturing are widely dispersed through the U.S., and there are currently no spreads of disruptions reported in the supply chain. But yet as you walk the aisles of different food stores, they're completely empty. The U.S. and Food and Drug Administration are closely monitoring the food supply chain for any shortages in collaboration with the industry and our federally funded and state partners. They're all regular contact with food manufacturers and grocery stores that assure that the food chain is not disrupted. USDA is monitoring the situation closely in collaboration with many of their partners' government-wide efforts to ensure all Americans have access to food in times of need. In the event of emergency or disaster situation, FNS programs are just one part of the larger government-wide coordinated response. All programs, including SNAP, WIC, and the National School Lunch and Breakfast programs, have flexibilities and contingencies built in to allow to respond to ground-related and take actions as directed by Congress.
All new exciting episodes of Getting Saucy TV coming this week.
Hi, I'm Scott Fisher, founder of Happy to Meet You, and I'm thrilled to present our prime fresh steaks. They're the same steaks that you can find at some of the best steakhouses throughout the U.S., but we cut them fresh and we deliver them fast right to your door. So I created Happy to Meet You out of the need to try and find a truly great premium quality steak. I couldn't find it in the local grocery store. I couldn't find it at my upscale market. So I thought there has to be a better way. So I researched and sourced and found some great local farmers and provision houses that can provide me with the quality of meat that I want to provide to my customers. And thus, I created Happy to Meet You. So what you're going to be receiving is a prime quality, wet-aged or dry-aged steak, bursting with flavor and tenderness, and that comes from the marbleization that you can find with each of our cuts. When you're shopping online, you can shop for the steaks that you like the most. There's no maximum quantities that you have to purchase. Every steak that you order is cut fresh the day that it goes out. So your steaks are guaranteed to be the freshest ever and delivered fast within 2 days directly to your door. The challenge for me personally was that I had to find a quality steak at home equal to that of a great major city steak joint. I'm so convinced that once you give us a try, you'll never look elsewhere. You can't get a steak any fresher than these. Each steak, when you order, are hand cut in Chicago, guaranteeing you a thick, beefy piece of premium meat. I'm a Chicago guy who's been cutting his teeth into quality steaks and chops for as long as I can remember. So whether it's grilled over an open fire in a cast iron skillet, slow smoked, or under the searing flames of a broiler, I just love a great steak and then some. And for more information, you can find us online and shop the market at www.happytomeetyou, that's MEAT, the letter U.com.
Well, a new study shows that onions are among the most healthiest foods to eat. All new exciting episodes of Okino's Kitchen coming this week.
When you're looking to improve your overall nutrition, don't count on the amazing onion. Here are some solid health benefits of onions you should know before to improve your overall nutrition or help prevent chronic diseases. Onion bulbs are among the richest source of dietary flavonoids, and there are two subgroups of this particular interest. Many, which provide a red-purple color to some varieties, and flavanols, such as quercetin, which is responsible for the yellow and brown skin on other onion varieties. Quercetin is in all varieties of onions, flavonoids, and antioxidants. They have the particles in the body known as free radicals which damage cell membranes. They may reduce or even prevent some of the damage free radicals cause. A great deal of research has focused on quercetin, which is found particularly high in level of onions. Studies have shown quercetin to protect against heart disease and several types of cancer, which its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory activities. Soluble dietary fiber found in onions is naturally occurring, belonging to groups of carbohydrates known as fructans. Inulin appears to be exhibited in many forms of health, including the promotion of healthy gut bacteria, a probiotic as well. Like other fibers, and aids digestion and prevents constipation, onions, a cruciferous vegetable, are considered to be one of the most healthiest things on the planet. Now, news in opening another creative Native American influenced restaurant. Among all the United States in 2021, there have been triple the amount of Native American restaurants opening up in the U.S. There's one in particular found in Oakland, California. Crystal Wakapana has made her mission to share her indigenous community's rarely seen foods in the world. Chef Wapaka, who is a Kickapoo in Sauk and Fox, recently opened up the kitchen, the newest indigenous restaurant in Oakland, California, and likely the newest in the country. After a decade of catering and research, the chef has opened up a brick-and-mortar restaurant.
All new exciting episodes of Shelley's Game Kitchen coming this week.
The menu boasts boysen, blueberry sausage, and blue corn and huckleberry. Indigenous flavors to, of course, many Native American menus of different tribes all around the United States. Kickapoo chili, Three Sister salad, and chia berry pudding, and she's not alone. Other Native restaurants in the area and even abroad, and restaurants serving Native-inspired foods, are among those that have opened this year. Sean Sherman opened Oahe in Minneapolis. Loretta Barrett opened Oden. Started 39 restaurant and First Americans museums in Oklahoma City. And Vincent Medina and Louis Trevino are planning to reopen Cafe Anlon in Berkeley, California.
You no longer have to trim that annoying curled baking parchment paper and hope that you cut it to the right size. The Smart Baker's Perfect Parchment is the right fit every time. Smart Baker Parchment is available in 11 shapes and sizes, including pre-cut cake pan parchment, pre-cut parchment squares, and pre-cut sheets. The Smart Baker also has cupcake stands that help support your cupcakes. Free shipping on $35 or more, and save 10% with email sign-up. The Smart Baker Parchment is not just for baking. It's great for reheating pizza, air fryers, crafting, and more. Shop all Smart Baker products at thesmartbaker.com.
Well, if you like ice cream, meet a family doing it for 150 years.
This is Grater's Ice Cream. We are a fifth-generation family business. We've been making ice cream for 150 years. Yep. And what's different about it is we still make it in small 2.5-gallon batches, just like his great-great-grandmother did back in the 1800s. It makes a very dense, creamy ice cream. There's no air whipped into it. And we're also famous for these big chunks of dark gourmet chocolate. So get to taste it. This is our signature flavor. It's black raspberry chocolate chip. kind of got down to the end in this one. It's a deep purple made with black raspberries from Oregon, and it's just a really unique product that something that you would have had from the turn of the century before refrigeration, but you can still get it now. So we are we're from the Midwest, Cincinnati, Ohio, but you can find us pretty much anywhere. We're in Kroger stores, Whole Foods, Fresh Market, and just got to look for us. We also will ship it directly to your home. Go to our website, graders.com. You can log in and ship 6 pints direct to your home. So my great-grandfather back in 1870, of course, he didn't have refrigeration, so he would take rock salt, ice, and water, and if you mix that together in the right proportion, you can drop the freezing temperature to below zero. Yep. And you have to be below zero or cream, milk, and sugar won't freeze. So he did that, but of course you didn't have a freezer to put it in, so you had to eat it right away. So he made it, scooped it out, and served it right there in the street markets. Around 1900, we got a storefront, and we made it in the back room, sold it in the front room, and my great-grandparents lived upstairs. And we did that for a number of years. And so 4 or 5 generations later now, we're still making it the same old-fashioned way. Only in Cincinnati, although you can probably find it in a store near you if you look for us.
Want your own TV cooking show?
Eat This TV chefs. Think you have what it takes to have a great cooking show and a great TV cooking show idea? Eat This TV is currently looking for new creative shows to place on its network. Send your submissions today to eatthistvyum@gmail.com.
Quality, prime, fresh meats, cut fresh and delivered fast straight to your door. With Happy to Meet You, we help you bring the steakhouse to your house. The mission is simple: to deliver delicious premium meats while guaranteeing freshness at a great value, all delivered straight to your home, with 100% satisfaction guaranteed, because after all, we have our reputation at stake. For more information on our premium selections and how to order, go to www.happytomeetyou.com.
Can breakfast help with weight loss?
Now, breakfast doesn't have to be or have to do much with controlling weight, but in a sense it's the first item that you have for the start of the day as far as food. Breakfast can help control weight loss, or so they say. Breakfast has long been hailed as the most important meal of the day, and over time its benefits have expanded to include weight control. But it turns out that eating breakfast to starve hunger or avoid overeating later may be questionable advice. Whether we eat or skip breakfast has a minimal effect on the body weight, says David Allison, Dean of the Indiana University School of Public Health in Bloomington, who has conducted research on this very subject. The results at this point seem quite clear. So how does it become conventional wisdom that eating breakfast is good for our waistlines? And why does this notion continue to hold up in such a fashion? Much of the credit goes to the makers of the quintessence breakfast food cereal. Beginning in the 20th century, American cereals and maker food manufacturer C.W. Post elevated breakfast status with advertising that hawked the ability of grape nuts to do everything from helping your child grow, boosting your adult brain power, and much more. But according to these studies, skipping breakfast doesn't really necessarily mean that you'll save on your waistline. So I guess it's up to you to control the appetite. Either way.
Hey there, my name's Rick Posada. I'm the National Sales Manager for Central Formaggi, who's owned by Mr. Villecco here, the 4th generation owner.
Hello, my name is John Villecco.
And these are a few of the many cheeses he makes on the Italian island of Sardinia. These are pecorino cheeses. All have the Moliterno recipe, which is John's family heritage recipe. And they're flavored with different things here. And for instance, the Moliterno al Tartufo is flavored with truffles from Molise. Some are black truffles. The Moliterno Pepato is flavored with Telecherry peppercorns. Right here. The Moliterno Vino is flavored with wine. What kind of wine is that?
It's a Rebozo wine from Veneto.
Okay. They're all aged about 6 months. They've been making these Moliterno cheeses for about 100 years commercially.
Attention all fast food fans, there are some things you should know. The biggest, most part restaurant chains are keeping secrets from you, and they're talking all the way from juicing the secrets down to the menu items. For what goes on to the food prep stations to secret freebies you can score any day of the year. But take a deep peek behind the curtain on how many chains operate. And more, don't miss the secret side effects of fast food heating. If you're an In-N-Out fan, odds are you've had double the trouble. Unfortunately, this super popular menu item created by the West Coast chain is unbelievably unhealthy. We're talking 670 calories, 41 grams of fat, and 18 grams of saturated fat. Definitely something to stay away from next time you're going through the drive-thru. So whether you think you can help with your waistline through the fast food industry of America, keep in mind that next burger you have could be your calories for a day or two. The vegan craze in the United States has gone mad in the last 3 years, and it saw a 67% hike in people turning themselves from regular carnivores to the vegan society. Now, if you get educated, it's day one, you're the official vegan, and time to educate yourself. Places like the Vegan Society and nutritionalfacts.org will provide all the key information you need regarding the main dietary do's and don'ts, including all you need to know about key food groups. This is a great place to start building the foundation of your vegan lifestyle. Discover new ingredients. There are thousands of edible plants to choose from, so why stick to the same few you've always been eating? It's time to stroll down the produce aisle and pick up some new and exciting vegetables. Maybe give it a try. Since out your local farm or products markets to source from, seasonal produce that is bursting with flavor and often so cheap that when you bought it, it was after the average supermarket. So why are people saying that eating healthy costs more? Is it just the area, the store, the trend? Well, if vegans really search for cheap vegetables, they can find at their local farmer's market just about any town in the United States. From tempeh to tofu, seitan, and aquafaba, there's the world of plant-based foods waiting to be tried. Be inspired. The first week is the full discoveries. An online search shows countless vegans, magazines, restaurant blogs, and social media, recipes and news to inspire your journey. So it's quite easy to learn how to cook vegan. Just turn on your favorite Eat This TV network and see the chefs whipping up their favorite vegan recipes at any time. If you're looking for a friendly, encouraging place to learn about veganism, tune into the Simple Vegan podcast. You'll learn some really interesting stuff there. Steak and ale pie may have been gone on the old days of the menu, or maybe revealed a chili con corn. Whatever your favorite meal was prior to going vegan, remaster it. Sources to the substitute needed to reinvent dishes even better, and at times when coming to a vegan, it's your health that has to decide this first. And as a vegan, you can truly have it all.
Vegan cake, that is. So keep your end goals in mind, but go at your own pace. Some people manage to go vegan overnight, and that's fantastic. But if that's not right for you, don't be concerned. See, any lifestyle change, like going vegan, takes a lot of time, and you're going to need to determine what's right for you. Like anything, it's not a one-size-fits-all, and there's numerous approaches. Back to you in the studio.
I'm Chef Matthew Alexander, owner of Savour de Arte. I've been an executive chef for 10 years now and seen just about every facet of the industry. I've opened restaurants all around New York and Long Island and run some of the biggest catering halls in all of New York City. It's all of my experience from traveling the world and being a foodie and having a passion for what I do that has led me here today. So it's through all my years of experience and all my traveling around the world that has given me the opportunity to come up with the ultimate spice blend for you. And this is exactly what I have today. So the other day, I did a demo on these packs in particular, and I wound up using 2 packs for 15 pounds of hanger steak. When everything was said and done, it was absolutely perfect. This awesome spice mix has been put into this resealable package and can be mailed right to your door. And to get this great spice, go to eatthis.tv under Savour de Arte in the store section. Our herb mix is great for any application of your choice. Whether you're cooking meat, chicken, or poultry, all you need to do is season a little bit of our herb mix on both sides and your application will be perfect.
If you want your keto in a bar, now a word from this sponsor.
So what makes difference from all the other keto bars is that they're these gluten-free certified, they are vegan, they're kosher, and they're free from peanuts, which is good for anyone out there with peanut allergies. We do have tree nuts on them, which is good, and that's where you get your proteins, but just the right amount. So you can just digest it and have it that energy for your workout.
In today's vegan news, Slovenian startup Juicy Marbles has successfully completed a 4.5 seed round to scale its whole-cut vegan steak, a company that has produced a notable form of steak, but it's totally plant-based. Self-described as fancy plant meat, the base company is zeroing on all the protein market to offer meat eaters an alternative to the conventional premium prime cuts. The first product to be brought into the market will be vegan filet mignon, which in early 2022 launch date being floated. Premium cuts of meat only, nothing lack of the competition in the premium vegan meat sector. Juicy Marbles has focused its initial efforts on creating whole-cut products that showcase the company's strengths, most notably a marbling technology that can replicate a filet mignon. We begin to decide the filet mignon being the crown jewel of the steak of the world, and it showcases the marbling technique the best, which would say in their clear and defining selling proposition, before they move on to other whole cuts, the company would master the filet mignon steak, again scheduled to release in 2022, knocking out the most successful Impossible Burger. This company has already raved about their new created filet mignon.
Coming up next, where to find best Indian ingredients for your next recipe. We will also take a look at the top-rated Indian restaurants in the area that won't hurt your wallet.
In news today, of course, with Indian food growing slightly popular in 2021 with a 12% rise in new restaurants and personal chef development. Boston was once only known for its fresh seafood, Irish pubs, and enough chowder to last a lifetime. These days are exploring this city proper, plus Somerville and Cambridge will lead you to be much more than that, including plenty of authentic and flavorful Indian cuisine. But that wasn't always the case. If you look back 20 years ago, there were many restaurants, preferably Indian, in the Boston area, says Rokeya Chaudhary, co-owner of Shanti Restaurant. Now, different communities like the Irish parts of Boston are among their biggest customer base. Rokeya, who owns Shanti Restaurant in Dorchester, with its husband Solomon Chowdhury, says that fast food restaurants have begun incorporating Indian flavors into their dishes. The number of Indian restaurants in the city has exploded as well. It's exciting to see the means of the cuisine drawing mainstream attention, quoted Chowdhury. Whether you're looking for a feast in the honor of Diwali or adding to your list the best restaurants to try in the area, check out our roundup of best places that's going up on the website, or Indian food in around the area of Boston.